What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Gran Turismo 4 Let's Play. It is time to have quite the challenge. We're in day 402, as you guys saw at the end of the last episode. I mentioned we were going to be going after a certain Toyota race car today, and I feel like I have to bring out all the stops. I got the fastest race car that I have, which is my Opel Astra touring car. I originally was debating bringing out the M3 GTR, but I just know this car a lot better. I know like this car has a really high win percentage, so I think I'm gonna go with the Astra for this. And if and plus technically this does have more horsepower than the M3. This is the fastest race car I have, so we're gonna have to see how well this goes. But we're going straight to the hard difficulty Costa di Amalfi run. And we got 5 laps each run around this track. Now, granted, I know this track pretty well because of how many times I've done the Capri Rally. But I am concerned to see how this goes. I am going to throw on the most aggressive compound tires that I have on this car. And I'm going to be pushing this Astra to its limits. So we've already got everything ready to go. We've got the full 50 shot of nitrous. Okay, I was about to say, that better not be like standard nitrous tune because I'm going to crank that up. Granted, I don't know how much of it I'm going to use because, again, it's a lot longer of a race. But it's 5 laps around Costa di Amalfi, and I know this track pretty well. So this is probably going to be a longer video in the series, but we're going to have some fun with it. So let's get right into it. So we got an Evo 6 rally car, one of my favorite rally cars in Gran Turismo history. I love that car. And we're blowing it away. I don't know why, but I fully expected it to bring out like a Pescarolo or something like that, something really absurd to go against. So I fully expected to have like my work cut out for me in this. Granted, this keeping up surprisingly well, and I feel like its all-wheel drive is going to really help it here against the Astra. This is probably going to be the closest of the Capri rallies I've done, because on the easy difficulty in the Legacy, I was just demolishing people. This Astra is so good. It's funny, because I always made fun of the Opel Astra in the older games. I always thought it was a bad car, but it is actually incredible. And I hate it because in America we didn't get access to Opel or Vauxhall. I think Opel was kind of around in the 60s and 70s. One of my college professors actually mentioned the Opel Kadett, which kind of surprised me. I was like, wait, she knows what Opel is. And little did I know they actually were here in the States at one point. But they left, and it sucks because, like, the cars like the Astra, like, I know in Britain, they get made fun of a lot for being kind of like the equivalent of, like, the Civic here. But granted, we did get the Astra later, but they do have high-performance versions of the Astra. I kind of wish we'd gotten here because the U.S., again, just kind of gets screwed when it comes to good cars that aren't of U.S. origin. Even some that are U.S. origin, Fiesta ST. But cars like the Astra, we did eventually get the Astra as a Saturn, but no one knew what it was. You know, everyone just kind of looked at it as like another cheap compact from GM, but even though it was technically the Opel Vauxhall Astra. And eventually I may in real life get one just for the heck of it, and just to be like, yeah, I've got an Astra, and then I'll go convert it to like a Vauxhall or Opel kind of look and give it back its original parts. Which is kind of like one of my favorite things to do when it comes to real life cars, is kind of giving them their origin parts. If they were sold to something else here, kind of returning them to their original design. I love it when people do it to the ISs and the SCs and stuff like that, which I'm eventually going to cover here in Gran Turismo a little bit, because I do have a video in mind of things that Polyphony got wrong with some of the cars in this game. Because really, outside of the cars, the game has very little flaws. But there are quite a few cars in this game that are misrepresented from real life, and I think it would be good to cover that. But anyway, back onto the Astra. I think it'd be great to get like a if I don't remember if the Astra's still in production. I haven't been keeping up with Opel and Vauxhall that much recently. But I think it'd be cool to get like the Turbo Astras here in the state. But I feel like that. With GM kind of shutting down car production, I mean Vauxhall, I think, or not Vauxhall, Holden, I think, is gone. So, yeah, a lot going on there with that overseas, which sucks. But I was kind of sad about losing Holden because, I'm obviously not Australian, but I love the Australian like supercar culture there, like all the V8 muscle sedans, like the Falcons and the Holdens and stuff like that. So. I was kind of bummed to see Holden die as an American. That never was going to get to experience a true Holden. Obviously, like we had like the newer GTO coupe, and we had the SS and the G8, which were all Holden based. But you know, getting to actually have that Holden badge is something that Americans like me will never get to truly experience. Honest, the Astra is surprisingly good, and I'm surprised the Evo is not right up on me, because at the very beginning of the race, it looked like it was going to be a tight race. And I'm kind of disappointed that it isn't tight. Granted, I'm also driving a 760 horsepower touring car, but I fully expected... Oh, well, maybe time for it to make a comeback. So for those who are new and haven't seen the other series, I am playing this on emulator, and obviously with an emulator comes a couple of flaws. As you guys saw in episode 2, the graphics distorted really bad on Chamonix, and a common flaw that I've noticed with the ROM is that anything that pops up above the gauge cluster, like the prepare to drive full throttle message at the beginning of a lot of rolling races, like this one, as well as anytime you get a penalty, they tend to hang around after they're supposed to disappear. Like that part of the code just isn't there for them to go away. And the only way to refresh it is to change camera views, which is why, if you guys notice, I change views whenever I get a penalty or I'm about to start a race. Because I dominantly play in this view because it gives me as close as the first-person view as I can get in this game. Oh, tight there. A little wide, but... This car is great. I'm honestly kind of upset with myself for how much I dogged this car in the older Gran Turismos. I was always trying to drive like the Audi touring cars in this game. I had on my PS2 playthrough, I have the Audi, I think it's the Audi TT race car. Or I was trying to get anything that was not the Astra. And I've learned that I am very wrong for that, and this car's wonderful. Especially in this game, it's absolutely broken. A little wide there. On the gas again. So I'm not using the nitrous, I know. I'm going to use it this lap and next lap. I don't remember the exact nitrous consumption of this car because it's on a 50 shot versus the 100 shot I typically try to run on cars that can run it. Even though this car is not capable of that, the highest it goes is 50. So I don't know if it's going to drain as fast as a 100 shot car, or if it's going to kind of be like any other 50 shot car, but we'll have to see on that. Ooh, took that really wide. I paid the price a little bit with that wall tap there. The Evo is still not done with this lap. Goodness gracious. I'm already almost halfway through this lap, and it's just now getting to that end chicane. That's wild. I fully expected it to give me a hard time. I expected this track to be kind of the bane of the existence of this car. Which is part of why I'm praising it so much, is that it's handling this track pretty well. Because a lot of cars I have in this game don't handle this track very well. I don't know if it's because I'm a little rusty when it comes to tuning Gran Turismo cars, or what, but I just tend to struggle with tuning these cars for this track. Oh, holy tail slide. I actually really like that turn. I don't know why. I've always thought that turn is aesthetically pleasing. Oh, not that one, though. So the chicane here as well, very aesthetically pleasing. But I really hate how slow you have to get to go through it. And the Legacy, I have to go like 10 miles an hour to get through this turn. And even then, I was going 18 in this car. See how fast this car gets on the straight with the nitrous going. Very quick. I mean, we're hitting 160, 170, and we're coming into the first turn here. So, I mean, we were moving. I mean, that was really fast. Like, I feel like if we had more laps, I'd catch the Evo. I realize that now. I would... Oh! That was quite the odd angle on that jump there, but... If we had more laps, if we did like a 10-lap race, I could totally catch the Evo. Oh, coming in hot, coming in hot. That's a wall, that's a wall. Okay. Surprisingly, didn't hit that fast. I totally expected to smack that and get a penalty. There it is. This thing moves out. I am genuinely surprised. Genuinely. Wrong word there. I'm probably going to get meme for that. Generally surprised. Oh, man. This thing really moves out. For real, though, if we had more laps, if I could get, you know, maybe even 8 laps, I don't even think I would need 10, judging by how I'm closing in on that car right now. I could probably catch the Evo if I had an 8-lap race with how I've been driving. I'm driving actually surprisingly well for this, because I did the Umbria rally in the 4GT yesterday, and I was getting penalty after penalty. Granted, the Umbria rally sucks. I hate City D area. Or Aria, I don't know how it's pronounced, I'm sorry. But, like, I was just whacking the walls like crazy, and I was like, this is garbage, dude. I really don't like the Umbria Rally. It's by far my least favorite event in Gran Turismo 4. $20K added to the bank. I forgot how much these paid once you get up to the higher levels and stuff like that. So 9 minutes on that run. So I know this episode is going to be the longest in the series probably for a while, because I do plan on splitting up the GT World Championship videos. Each race in GTWC is going to be its own video. So that way it's not going to be a 2-hour long video, because all those races have 10 laps. But once again, we got the Evo 6 going against the Astra. So this is wild. And it's funny. I have more fun doing this than I do the Nürburgring. I hate the Nordschleife as a track. I love its history, and I love it in that regard, but I hate driving on it. So I'm glad there's not a special conditions race doing that, or I might die. Because I really don't like the Nürburgring, like, to drive on. I'm more of a Circuit de la Sarthe guy. Oh, I'm getting... Okay. I see how it is. You want to play mean. Okay. Oh, wow. Get out of here. Denied. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm out. Whee. Okay. Oh, coming in hot in these turns here. Coming up to the aesthetically pleasing corner. Alright, we are out of here. He was playing a little dirty at the beginning there, ramming me around and stuff like that. I got him back, though. We're good. We are leaving him behind. Goodness, man, this thing is just great. Can't believe I gave this car so much crap when I was younger. Coming into the final turn here. We'll go nitrous next lap, I think. I'll do it for the second lap and then the fourth and fifth, because I think that's probably going to use up the majority of the nitrous. Oh, this turn right here, though. This is like my least favorite part of doing this race in reverse. I usually don't ever make this turn. Every car I've done, except for this car, usually just can't handle it. Ooh, a little bit of limiter there. I've been doing good in this series, but not hitting limiter. Oh, getting air. It always worries me when they do that, because I play in this camera view. I cannot see where the road is when it does that, but... Okay, so all the people that are watching this at this point, do y'all remember the jump on, I think it was one of the ring tracks on Gran Turismo, I want to say 5. I think the track was in 6 as well. But if you had, no, it was 6, I did it then. Because I was an Alfa Romeo TC3 Stradale that I did it with. You could hit that jump and, like, almost take yourself into the skybox. Like, you know, like, I'm kind of exaggerating, but you could get really high up and do some damage to the car doing it. And it was quite the jump. I wish I had footage of it still on my PS3. But if I can go find the replay, I may try to show it off in a future video. Because that was fun. I remember that. That was that's what that jump back there at the beginning of this lap reminded me of. I was like, man, that jump was wild. TZ3 Stradale was broken in that game too. It was so fast. Granted, the Tomahawk SRT Vision car kind of came in and ruined that, but that was fun nonetheless. Alright, see what we can get up to. $180, $190 miles an hour as we come into turn 1 there. We were coming in very fast. A lot of limiter, but we are out of that turn. Man, this thing is really quick. Oh, there we go. Getting air. Oh, understeering there a little bit. The aesthetically pleasing corner. That burned up a lot of nitrous, so I think I'm probably going to be good to hold it until the 4th lap again. A 147 in that last lap. I think that's one of the faster laps I've done out here. Eventually, when I do decide to finally keep the CLK GTR race car, I'm totally bringing it here just to see how fast that car actually is. Around a track. Watch me have wasted all this time and not even get the certain Toyota race car. I literally did this based off a YouTube comment, so I'm going to be kind of upset if YouTube lied to me here. I mean, it is a YouTube comment, so there's no guarantee that I will be I'll be getting the truth to this. Watch it be the Umbria rally that actually gives it away, not this. I might cry a little bit because I hate that track so much. Hopefully I'll get something like freaking awesome though for winning this though, even if it's not the Minolta. I about hit this. I about hit the spray. I about hit the giggle gas. I gotta wait till the next lap. Into turn 1. A little bit of engine braking there, I think, to try to see if I don't have to use the brakes all that much. It worked out a little bit. I could have kind of engine brake that. Couldn't engine brake that, though. Hit the jump. Oh, dang. I think that's the first penalty of the race outside of when I smacked up the Evo at the very beginning of the race. We've done really good about penalties this race. All right. This thing really rolls out. Like, I am really impressed by this car the more and more I drive it. Like, so, ironically enough, a forum comment is what led me to buying this for the DTM stuff. Because everyone said it's actually, like, one of the better touring cars in the game. So it's like, okay, I'll take their word for it. And I probably will hardly drive it myself, but it'll let me, you know, kind of do that. Because I was doing the DTM stuff, and I didn't have the IA license at the time. So I was having to let the game B-spec it all the way through, which is fine, because that allows me to go do other stuff while I'm running this in the background. Yesterday, the day before I'm filming this, I was recording. I was not recording, but I was doing the DTM stuff while I was doing homework for my college classes. You know, the giggle gas a little bit, let it rip, and oh, wow, my controller just died. That's wonderful. That's embarrassing. Let me cut this real quick so I can plug my controller in. Answer a text message from my dad there. Sorry for the another cut, but you know, when your parents text you, you gotta answer. You just can't leave them like that. So yeah, we are. What was I talking about? Yeah, so PS5 controllers. I either have the worst battery life imaginable because I just charged this controller like 4 days ago. And granted, I have been playing this game a lot. Like I will not lie. I spent most of my waking hours yesterday at this desk playing this game. But that doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things for controllers. I don't know. I don't know if it's not charging very well because I tend to run Steam all the time, and once Steam opens up, this controller immediately goes into game mode or something. I don't know. But my Xbox controllers have way better battery life than this. Or maybe I've just been playing that much. I really don't know. I mean, I have been putting a lot of hours into this game. My poor girlfriend can attest, because we tend to video chat while she's doing schoolwork. And when I don't have anything to do, I play this. So she's had to listen to me play this game for like the last 2 weeks. Hopefully she's not too upset. I think she actually might watch this video. So she's really supportive. I love that girl. She's just perfect. She's always watching and supporting the channel and all that. So both channels, this and the main channel. All right, on the go-go gas one last time. And across the line. Random criticism. Why in the world did, when Top Gear first rebooted without Clarkson, Hammond, and May, why did they say over the line? Like, across the line was like the signature phrase for Top Gear forever when it came to like the laps. I don't know what was up with that. But anyway, that is the second race of the hard difficulty Capri Rally. So let's see, are we going to get our favorite Toyota race car that is absolutely broken and absolutely ruins the game for anyone trying to have a challenge? Or are we going to get, or did YouTube lie to me? Let's see. What do we got? What do we got, game? The anticipation's killing me. Come on. YouTube lied to me. I was on YouTube and it said that the Amalfi run and the hard difficulty gives you the Minolta, and I get a Ford RS200. I mean, I'm not complaining. The RS200 is great, but I have been bamboozled in the worst way possible. All right, well, on that note, on that bombshell, I think it's time to end this episode. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content coming soon on the Gran Turismo 4 Let's Play. I know this episode was long, but it was maybe worth it to see me get scammed by YouTube. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Have a great one, guys.